Miller's Confessions.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Entertainment Tonight. Mary and John are off today. I'm Bob Goen.
I'm Lisa Gibbons. Thanks for joining us. She may be mistaken for a superstar, but her story is no movie, it's real. Movietown is on the edge of its seat as the young madam of a $5 million vice ring threatens to name big names in what may become Hollywood's biggest sex scandal ever. Garrett Glazer reports.
She's being called the Hollywood Madam to the Stars, Heidi Fleiss, and today at her arraignment, the scene resembled a media feeding frenzy.
Not guilty to all charges.
Although her lawyer claims she's not guilty of the 5 charges of pandering levied against her, this story has Hollywood abuzz, making all the local newscasts and dominating the headlines. Since her arrest, Heidi, who's 27, has said that she's going to tell all, including the names of the stars and producers whom she claims frequented her stable of alleged call girls.
About this Madame the Stars case.
The media coverage has even traveled overseas, where the Times of London reporter William Cash says interest is intense.
The question which everyone's asking in England is why, if you're a superstar being paid $10 million, do you need to sleep with prostitutes?
One of the reasons so many reporters and photographers are here in court is that since the story broke, Heidi has been hiding out, mostly at home. And that's where I found her over the weekend.
You understand, I'm not shunning the press. I'm not being mean to anyone, but my freedom's at stake here.
Yeah. The tale is one of young girls who hang out at Hollywood hotspots and meet rich and famous clients for paid sex. Writer Sue Cameron has written a book about this kind of Hollywood scene. She told me she's seen pages of the daily diaries of some of these call girls.
If you look at a page of one of these girls' diaries, her date book, her trick book, whatever you call it. I'm learning a whole new language here. It says, Mr. Movie Star, 1,000. And then next to the 1,000, it will say what he likes.
John H. Richardson is a writer who's investigated Hollywood prostitution in the past and is currently writing his own novel about it. He adds a note of caution. He's interviewed Fleiss several times, and he says the news media should be wary about her claims and any names she might name.
I personally think the press is getting taken for a ride. I'm a little embarrassed for us all because people want book deals, people want movie deals, and they're willing to shoot their mouths off, and not everything they say is true.
So Heidi had her day in court, and yet the saga of the $1 Million Madam is just beginning. In Los Angeles, Garrett Glazer, Entertainment Tonight.
Thank you, Garrett. Incidentally, Garrett tells us Heidi Fleiss let only 2 people into her home this morning before she left for court, her lawyer and her hairdresser.
Okay. Where would Hollywood be without sex scandals? Probably still a wide place in the road. Sex sells. Scandal sells. And Hollywood has done land office business since the silent movie days. Hollywood sex scandals are nothing new. They've been around since the beginning of movies, according to veteran Hollywood columnist James Bacon.
Hollywood is built on scandal. Practically everything they've ever done around this town is scandalous.
Silent movie comedian Fatty Arbuckle had his dirty laundry aired in a big way in the 1920s. He was charged with sexual assault and manslaughter of a girl at a party he held.
Fatty Arbuckle went through 2 trials, and he got acquitted in both of them, but he was never able to work again.
In the 40s, Charlie Chaplin made world headlines when he was accused of fathering starlet Joan Barry's child. A blood test proved Chaplin was not the child's father, but he was forced to pay support anyway. His career was severely damaged, and he later left Hollywood, spending the remainder of his life in Europe. Chaplin biographer David Robinson says Chaplin's trial was orchestrated by J. Edgar Hoover, who suspected him of being a communist.
The case was again completely engineered by Hoover. And Joan Barry, the girl who brought the case, it actually says in the files, was a very unwilling litigant.
Errol Flynn was also in the news in the 40s, charged with the statutory rape of a 15-year-old girl. He, too, was acquitted, and his popularity actually increased. James Bacon says Flynn would regularly flaunt his wild side.
Errol used to drive his Auburn Roadster down to Hollywood High School when school let out. And he'd pick up 4 or 5 young girls and take them up to his house. And Errol once told me, he says, there's always one who stayed.
In the 50s, Americans were shocked when already married Ingrid Bergman ran off and had children with Italian director Roberto Rossellini. She was banned from U.S. films for 5 years before returning with an Oscar-winning role in Anastasia. In 1977, Roman Polanski, who directed Rosemary's Baby and Chinatown, was found guilty of sex with a minor, and he fled the U.S. for France, where he still lives. And prior to the Heidi brouhaha, the most recent sex scandal was Woody Allen's affair with Mia Farrow's adopted daughter, Soon Yi. National Enquirer editor Dan Schwartz says that these scandals don't necessarily ruin someone's career anymore.
I think it's become kind of vogue that if you have a scandal, you show up on Saturday Night Live and you go on the Oprah show, or you show up on Good Morning America, or you talk to the National Enquirer, and America forgives and forgets. But they want to know the details. They really, truly want to know what happened.
Among other legendary Hollywood scandals, there once was a brothel in town where the prostitutes were made up to look like big movie stars.
The Fugitive took in $23.5 million over the weekend, the biggest August movie opening ever. Rising Sun was second, followed by In the Line of Fire, Free Willy, and Jurassic Park. Now, the huge success of The Fugitive is spilling over into TV as well. Here's the lowdown. The Fugitive is a runaway success, and NBC is hoping to cash in on its box office magic. The lowdown is the network will air both the pilot and the final episode of the popular TV series on which the film is based. Both episodes will air in prime time later this month.
Inquiring minds want to know what the scoop is with Bert's new romance. The lowdown is the woman who took Lonnie's place is talking and even appears in a commercial for the tabloid.
Burt Reynolds is every woman's dream, and I'm speaking for the first time about our 2-year romance.
Pam Seal's side of the story hits newsstands tomorrow.
E.T. caught up with Anthony Hopkins in Oxford, England on the set of his new movie with Deborah Winger. The lowdown is Anthony does not want to be reunited with Jodie Foster and director Jonathan Demme for the sequel to the enormously successful The Silence of the Lambs.
I don't know if sequels work. I mean, it's been 4 years now, almost 4 years. I don't think they work. Or the film I was in with Jodie and Jonathan Demme was such a terrific piece. I wouldn't want to spoil it.
And MTV hits the beach with E.T. in tow. VJ Bill Bellamy takes us for a surfside tour of MTV's summer headquarters, which also doubles as one of the hippest beach houses around. That story is later in the show.
When America goes on vacation, that's when I go to work. Problem is, it's also when I get really tough allergies. Not just sneezing and watery eyes, it's sinus pain and pressure. I tried another allergy medicine, but it didn't work on all my symptoms.
That's why there's Tylenol Allergy Sinus. Its 3 powerful medicines relieve more symptoms than the leading allergy medicine.
Out here, I need something that works, because this job isn't just a walk in the park.
Tylenol Allergy Sinus. Allergy relief clear to your sinuses.
Next on E.T., Lindsay Wagner goes far off the beaten path to a place where she's still the bionic woman.
Thank you. To all of you attracted by Buick's reputation for quality, but who think a new Buick is beyond your means, may I make the following suggestion? Go see the new Buick Skylark Custom. It is every bit a quality Buick. And as the most affordable Buick for $1993, it makes Buick quality more attractive than ever.
Okay, Moms, I hope you've done your homework on colored denims, because it's pop quiz time. Oh. Yeah, all right. 2 moms traveled to Mervin's back-to-school sale at an average speed of 35 miles per hour. Now, they each buy colored denims for their 3 kids, and they shop this week. How much will they save? 20%? Wrong. 25%? Nope.
30%?
Correct. Save 30% on all colored denims this week at Mervin's. Tomorrow, why every kid needs his own TV and phone.
As you know, I'm not only the Heckler president, I'm also a client. If your hair is thinning like mine was, call now for your free video.
The first thing my wife said when she saw it, that I looked 10 years younger. That was the first words out of her mouth. Not hello, not hi.
I feel good about myself when I get up in the morning. It's easy to maintain and manage.
So call now for your free video on Hair Club's developments in dealing with thinning hair. To help our clients, see how this free video can help you too.
Lindsay Wagner's latest television movie puts her in a jungle location so remote you'd expect her to go completely unrecognized. But Lindsay found out because of reruns and satellite dishes, her bionic woman legend got there first. No backlot set would do for Lindsay Wagner's new TV movie, which takes place in a remote area of Mexico. The movie is about a group of student nurses who save a plane load of doctors stranded in the jungle. Robert Loggia co-stars.
Soldiers are not going to help us. What?
You're kidding me. What about outside help?
The film is being shot in a rural region south of Mexico City. It's rugged, but that's okay with Lindsay.
The roads that we've been traveling, just sometimes an hour and a half to get to one location a day over a dirt road full of rocks where you're going literally 3 to 5 miles an hour. You get there and it's just so breathtakingly beautiful that it doesn't matter.
Lindsay's also fallen in love with the rural village of Catemaco. They may not have the latest movie-making equipment, but it's the kind of place where cows are still driven through the marketplace, which makes great background action.
The bulls were magnificent. I mean, they were just so funny. The poor cab driver, in one of the last shots we did, he kept looking at his car after every shot. And on the very last shot, I saw him go like this, and I thought, oh no. And he gets out and he walks around and he looks at his car and there's a dent.
When she's not working, Lindsay loves to explore her surroundings. She took us along to one of her favorite places called Monkey Island. The local university established the monkeys to study them, but Lindsay just loves to throw them peanuts.
Here you go.
Wagner's also made fast friends in Catemaco, where the locals actually know her from her old TV series.
Pues es la mujer biónica, ¿no?
La mujer biónica.
And shopping in the marketplace for handmade jewelry gives her a chance to use her Spanish.
I'm learning how bad my Spanish is while I'm here. There's so much to do. There's so much to see here. Everything is a picture. I've just had a ball. I just love it here.
Nurses on the Line is based on a true story involving a group now called Airborne Relief Medicine, which still sends medical help into remote areas of Mexico.
Today, Hollywood pounces on every hot headline story, fighting for a chance to turn it into a television movie. For the Showtime movie, The Court Martial of Johnson Whitaker, the producers found a story more than 100 years old that still had the power of truth.
He simply jumped upon me in the bed.
Did he jump upon you with his feet?
He jumped upon me suddenly. I cannot say how.
Was he holding?
Newcomer Seth Gilliam portrays Johnson Whitaker, one of the first black cadets at West Point. In 1880, Whitaker was expelled and court-martialed from the academy on charges that he staged his own beating in order to avoid a test.
He had the tips of his earlobes cut off. He was bashed in the face with a hand mirror, tied up by the wrist and the ankles, tied to his bed and knocked unconscious.
Offending the court will not win this case, Mr. Greener. If you had more trial experience, perhaps you'd understand that.
Sam Waterston and Samuel L. Jackson co-star as Whitaker's defense team. In the film, Waterston is more interested in preserving the reputation of West Point than defending Whitaker. Waterston hopes this drama prompts audiences to examine their own attitudes about racism.
It's good that good dramatic stories are told about this question, because I don't think it goes away by fiat or any kind of, it's just not an easy thing to get rid of, and I think the only thing that helps is worrying away at the bone.
The filmmakers recruited Johnson Whitaker's granddaughter, Cecil McFadden, to play an extra in the court scenes. She says while her grandfather went on to become an educator and lawyer, he never discussed his ordeal.
He never told it himself. And the papers that had all the bitter editorials and the writings in it, he burned them because he didn't want his sons to grow up to be bitter.
For their research, the producers used the archives at the U.S. Military Academy at West Point and also consulted thousands of pages of court transcripts at the National Archives in Washington.
The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air gets cheated out of his 15 minutes of fame as his sitcom family meets Oprah, and it leads tonight's coming attractions.
Tell me I can't be on Oprah.
Will Smith at least gets into Oprah's studio audience when the rest of his family guests on the show.
Oh, see, it's all coming out. It's all coming out.
Anybody got a tissue? Anybody?
Guest star Winfrey thought she could have done better.
It's all about timing. So I'd like to go back and see if I could be funnier.
The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air airs tonight on NBC. PBS's Great Performances series has a real treat. Composer Maurice Jarre and Britain's Royal Philharmonic Orchestra in a tribute to filmmaker David Lean, and Jarre's film scores for such classics as Lawrence of Arabia. Jarre also demonstrates how he goes about scoring a movie, frame by frame, as here with A Passage to India. Other Lean Jar collaborations include Dr. Zhivago. Great Performances airs tonight on PBS.
Lust, greed, sloth, pride, envy, anger, gluttony.
MTV has a typically energetic report on an unusual subject, the 7 deadly sins. The special is full of lighthearted images, but it also looks at the struggles of everyday people, like a recovering bulimic, and of course, celebrity comments.
I don't think pride is a sin, and I think some idiot made that up. Who made these up anyway?
7 Deadly Sins airs Wednesday on MTV. And the premiere issue of Family Life is out. It's a magazine for parents and kids covering everything from the environment to home computers. The editor-in-chief says readers should include baby boomers.
We've made this magazine so it's welcoming to fathers as well as mothers. And we've also made it kid-friendly.
Family Life hits newsstands tomorrow.
MTV is rolling and rocking at the beach. Next, hot tubs, hot dances, and hot shots inside the MTV Beach House.
Be ready to become a travel professional in just 7 months. Call Delta College now. Financial aid is available if you qualify and will even help you find a job after you graduate. Call us and find out how you can receive a computer as a Delta graduate. Call now in Portland at 223-1243 and Salem 371-2003. That's Portland 223-1243 and Salem 371-2003.
We're celebrating the Beaverton Centennial. I'm Bob Lamp here. At Beaverton Honda, we're having a 93 closeout. We have a huge selection of new Hondas with closeout prices clearly posted. With 0 down and competitive financing, it's easy to buy. The parts and service departments are open 7 days a week with extended hours for your convenience. Come in now for the 93 Honda closeout. Save time and money at Beaverton Honda.
Downtown Beaverton, Beaverton Honda.
The doctor said to use hydrocortisone cream for my itch.
Try Preparation H hydrocortisone cream to effectively relieve problem itch.
It worked great, and I didn't need a prescription.
Preparation H hydrocortisone cream, prescription strength without a prescription.
Every second of an asthma attack can feel like an eternity. That's why there's Primatene Mist. Primatene opens clogged breathing tubes fast when speed counts. Primatene Mist, fastest type asthma relief without a prescription.
One day sale, one day only at the Bon Marché. Save 20, 30, 40%. One day sale at the Bon Marché. Prices are down in every department. One day only at the Bon Marché. Day-o, one day sale, one day only at the Bon Marché.
The summer beach house is where you go with the kids to escape from the city heat. But on MTV this summer, the kids have the keys, and they're giving a nonstop party. VJ Bill Bellamy is our guest host for an inside look.
Hi, I'm Bill Bellamy, host of MTV Jams. It is my pleasure to take you on a tour of the coolest beach house, the MTV Beach House. Come along, and you're gonna love it.
This may look like Party Central, but it's really MTV's summer headquarters. Bill Bellamy and his fellow VJs have traded their studios for a Long Island beach house and are taping every segment there all summer long.
Get set, go! All right, guys. Yes!
The location of the rented beach house is top secret, but our buddy Bill got us in the gate.
Hey, everybody. See this? Everybody's just got on the phone like they're really working.
A full-time staff of 20 keeps the operation running, writing the segments, paying the bills, even selecting the host beach attire.
Look at this. Look at this. See that? The greens match. Sweet! Sweet!
We don't know who dreamed up the decor for the living room.
Dun, 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 dun. If you look around this house, you'll see a lot of Elvis stuff like this. Because the king never dies, baby.
The house also serves as a dressing room for the hosts, including Kennedy here.
Big hair never dries, Bill. One thing I've learned at MTV.
Where are you?
Oh.
Say hi.
Hi.
Nothing like a good volleyball game at the beach here at MTV. We do it every day.
The volleyball games and the poolside antics are used quite often as backdrops for the host segments, and some of the participants are plucked right off the beach. Poolside, a voodoo fountain keeps everybody cool. There's hot tubbing, hot dancing, even a game of hoops. This is where the fun is infectious and the summer is endless.
So that's it. The Beach House is here. MTV's The Flavor. I'm Bill Bellamy for Entertainment Tonight. Hope you enjoyed yourself.
Thanks a lot, Bill. Well, like all good summer vacations, MTV's has to end sometime. After Labor Day, the VJs are going to return to their New York studios.
Now, the Summer Beach House just won't do for three guys sneaking up on middle age in the new comedy series Big Wave Daves. They want to get away to paradise and not come back.
Spend our lives in paradise, doing what we want to do when we want to do it. Sipping pina coladas on the beach at sunset.
Teaching typing to kids who really want to learn.
Adam Arkin, David Morse, and Patrick Breen play three losers from Chicago who chuck it all and head to Hawaii, where they open a surf shop. But the sitcom store really isn't anywhere near Hawaii. It's in a Hollywood studio. Arkin says the cast never even got a trip to the islands to check out the real thing.
Oddly enough, there were no all-expenses-paid research trips to Oahu. I'm amazed, personally.
You're starting to lose your hair.
Actually, you both are.
Shut up, Richie.
The show will rely heavily on the fast-paced, on-again, off-again relationship of the three guys, and that could be tough for David Morse, whose acting experience is mostly dramatic roles.
My rhythm is just one grade above sleep, and to come in here and have to keep up with them is a chore for me.
The guys these actors play may not always be the best of friends on the show, but while we were on the set, we found a close-knit cast that loves to goof around.
Couldn't make it.
Extra points if lasagna comes out her nose.
Even our interview with Patrick Breen was not off limits.
Everybody's pretty much theater actors and stuff, and so we're all kind of used to this kind of drawing room kind of comedy.
You were serious. You were serious. Why don't you...
No, just kidding, really.
Well, you must know something about running a business. You're a lawyer. I was a bankruptcy lawyer.
As for the show's premise about people searching for their dream jobs, Morse is all for it. He told us that he often thinks about chucking his acting gig.
I think the life of a gardener seems very appealing sometimes. Nobody to answer to except the plants, and that seems like a nice life.
The show gives a between-the-lines tribute to the big kahuna of all Hawaii-based TV series, Hawaii Five-0. It has a character named Jack Lord, who was the star of Hawaii Five-0. Big Wave Daves debuts tonight on CBS.
I'll see you later. Bye. Hi.
Hi.
What are you doing here?
I live here, remember?
Yeah, but I thought you were working late.
Gave myself the night off.
We'll go out. I'll change.
Let's stay home. I'll change.
Only Blockbuster has so many movies, so many ways to make your night off a Blockbuster night.
Did I hear the phone?
Phone?
So pick up a movie from Blockbuster and make it a Blockbuster night.
If you have questions about hearing loss, discover the answers in this booklet, Straight Talk About Hearing Loss. The booklet is yours free by calling now. It answers many of your questions, including, what is nerve deafness? How can I find out if a hearing instrument can help me? And how can I help a loved one realize that they may have a hearing loss? By calling this number now, Miracle Ear will also send you a list of hearing centers near you, where hearing tests are always free. Call now.
A good, stable career with good salary and benefits can literally change your life.
The offices of the 90s requires computer skills and people skills.
We can train you to go to work in 4 to 9 months.
We offer financial aid counseling and job placement assistance.
The good jobs that you want can be just a few months away.
Call 224-8000 today and we'll tell you how we can literally help you change your life. That's Columbia College of Business, 224-8000.
Take a good look and you'll see the difference. Take a good look and the price looks right.
One of the major reasons that people buy the Milgard window is the look of the window. It's a quality looking window. It's elegant yet simple. The fact that they're made locally and that they have a lifetime guarantee on them. Good product.
Get the Milgard look at Henderson Dollars, 'cause one good look says it all.
It's Hot Styles and Hot Rods at Lancaster Mall, August 13th through the 15th. See Hot Rods from Woodburn Drake Strip and a back-to-school fashion show at 1 p.m. on Saturday. It's Kids Week, August 15th through the 22nd. See the Washington Park Zoo Outpost, Gilbert House Children's Museum exhibits, along with puppet shows, bicycle giveaways, and lots more. Join Z100 Radio Saturday, August 28th at 1 p.m. Spin the wheel for great prizes and pick up your Student with Style discount card for great savings at mall stores.
Brought to you by 1-800-COLLECT, America's least expensive way to call someone collect. Dial it instead of 0 every time you make a long-distance collect call and save your friends and family up to 44%.
Air travel furnished by and a promotional fee paid by Delta Airlines. Delta can now fly you to 62 cities and 33 foreign countries around the world. At Delta, we love to fly, and it shows.
Celebrating a birthday this Monday, August 9th, singer Whitney Houston is 30. Actress Amanda Burst, 35. Actress Melanie Griffith turns 36. And actor Sam Elliott celebrates 49.
If it's for sale, you can see it on QVC. And some of Hollywood's best-known movie and TV stars are right in there pitching. Most big stars used to shun doing commercials to sell anything, but now they're all over the airwaves on the QVC Home Shopping Channel, hawking their wares and making big bucks.
Very well to me means I believe it's up between the last night and tonight. I think it's close to $3.5 million.
Stars cash in on the home shopping phenomenon tomorrow on Entertainment Tonight.
People used to raise an eyebrow at that until they saw how much money they're making.
You know, let me rethink this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gave you a little taste earlier in the show, and now here's the main course as we say goodbye from the PBS series Great Performances. Here is Maurice Jarre conducting the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra and Laura's theme from Dr. Zhivago. See you later.
So long.
At Value Village, we know how important it is to find the look on your budget. That's why we're the place to shop for back to school. From grunge or funky to contemporary and designer classics, you'll find individual looks at low, low prices that fit everyone. With the money you save, Mom can get something too. That's why we say, buy more, spend less at Value Village.
I was shopping at Thriftway when I saw this new grease-releasing Tide. I figured it was worth a try. I had this really tough hamburger stain on my new blouse. There was grease all over. My friend Jan felt terrible.
When it comes to tough grease like this hamburger stain, nothing beats the power of new Tide with grease releasers. Now at a great price at Thriftway.
The grease was gone. I told Jan this new Tide got it out. That didn't surprise her, but the great price did.
Try new Tide with grease.
Slam and Jam, Saturday, August 21st.